Hey everybody, it's Matt here, and today we're doing another episode of Did I Get What I Ordered? And this one is going to definitely be a fun one. This is definitely going to be another one of our bigger ones, but not so much in the sheer volume of stuff like that GameStop video we did a couple episodes back. No. Just in what I'm getting and the fact that I've wanted this for a long time, and the fact that it is a console. But it isn't a console that's on this shelf, so thankfully it's not one you've already seen. Like when we talked about the Xbox One that's just kind of been on the shelf for a bit, for a few episodes back. So in this case though, it is a console, so you can guess down below what console it is. It is a console, not a handheld, and I got a game for said console, and it's one of the most popular games for the console for one reason or another. Maybe modding, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that, maybe I gave too much away, but what I can tell you is that the third thing that I got is a Nintendo Switch game, and there is a sequel for it, I believe, coming out later this year. So, and it does have to do with some bigger characters in the Nintendo, I don't want to say universe, but the Nintendo CU, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe, maybe one day technically, with his new Mario movie. But either way, Nintendo characters are involved, I'll just say that much. So guess down below. As always, you can guess in the comment section, but pause the video if you're going to do that, because we're going to jump to these games and that console right now. So the first game we're taking a look at is in some very interesting packaging. It says Duck right down here, but either way, the Duck will go one-on-one kaiju battle against Mr. Knife. So take a guess as to which one won. But the game in question, peeking out as you can see, is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So I wanted to get this game for a while because I wanted to see what Mario would look like in a strategy, specifically a turn-based strategy game. But at the same time though, I'm not interested really in the Rabbids. I remember them from high school, never really got into them. All I could ever think of, oh yeah, that's a spin-off from Rayman. Same thing with like Minions being a spin-off of Despicable Me. I never really thought of them as separate brands, even though like they have taken on their own kind of, you know, characters and their own plots and whatnot for games for kids. It's just that it really wasn't my thing. I was a bit too old for it, in my opinion. And I also felt a little bit weird with directly supporting Ubisoft, so I actually picked this up on eBay for pretty cheap. Won't be getting any DLC, won't be buying the second one brand new, just wanted to see if the game is worth it, and if it's not, then I'll just end up selling it. And since this game is used, let's actually try it to see if it works right now. You can see Scott Pilgrim here from the last episode that I did. I totally did not film these in the same block, and thankfully, by the way, Mario plus Rabbids does work. So let's try the game out, see how it plays right now. Interesting. So this game starts off with a character who's working on some kind of VR headset type thing called Beep 01, and when it comes to this character, they actually walk away. But the Rabbids kind of just materialize in this world, and they do what the Rabbids are wont to do, which is just destroy. And so they end up having some weird kind of issues with like hacking and stuff and destroying. It just gets weird and sci-fi real quick. And Mario and other characters, specifically in this case Luigi and Peach from the series, get thrown into this digital world. And so you're playing as them in a strategy, turn-based strategy specifically, and it's very strange. The one thing that I do like though, while the premise is a little, you know, just odd for kind of a Super Mario game, obviously not made by any of the crew that would ever really work on a Super Mario game, at least not in the thick of it. I assume that, you know, either Miyamoto or others who've worked on games were directing in some form or another. But what I do enjoy about this game though is the readability of the text. A lot of newer games, especially because they're being worked on desktop monitors, the text ends up being so small. And because the devs are sitting so close, it doesn't really occur that no, this text needs to be much larger. So the text is just something that you would never really see in a Super Mario game, which I find fascinating. Usually it's much more stylized in a bunch of other ways, but it's just very just plain and readable here, which again, I enjoy. It's just, it just very much feels like an alternate universe world of Mario, as if he were always, let's say, created by Ubisoft or something like that. It's very interesting, to say the least. Also, even with it being cartoony, it's still strange to see him with some sort of like sci-fi blaster thing, you know? And I will say the game does look stunning, so I definitely will be taking a deeper look at this just in my personal time. Don't know if I'll ever actually review it or play it on the channel, but so far though, I definitely think that, you know, I'm kind of enjoying it. It definitely seems like something I want to delve into more before saying that I either love it or hate it. So as of right now, it's okay. But moving on to the console, which I did not get from Lowe's. You cannot buy video game consoles from Lowe's, I think, right? Pretty sure you can. And I did not get this from Lowe's. It just came in a Lowe's box because it is huge. And I did open it up off camera because I wasn't going to do that on camera. So taking out some of this wrapping, you can probably tell, yeah, there's an original, the Duke Xbox controller, the OG Xbox, and it looks adequate. And then, oh, look at that, some power cables and some AV cables. I mean, clearly this is going to be a Super Nintendo. I'm kidding, of course it's the original Xbox, and that little dongle there you can see actually allows you to play DVD videos. Without it, you cannot, because yes, back in the day, not everything played DVD. That's how you know this thing is retro. So looking at this actual console itself, it's in okay condition. Now, why would I buy one in 2021? Well, when I got the base Xbox One, I knew that it didn't play every single Xbox or 360 game from back in the day, but I thought that it played quote-unquote enough. But when really delving into the Xbox library, I thought, you know what, actually it doesn't play enough, and I wanted to get an original Xbox. Now I do have a 360, technically I have two actually, both have issues, both sound like jet engines. I want to try to use them as little as possible, especially because they have these issues. So I thought, you know what, let me get the base, the original rather, Xbox, and especially for its price, it wasn't that bad. But of course that could all change if this thing doesn't work, so let's actually turn it on, and thankfully, as you can see, it does turn on. Now when I got the 360s from family members who were moving, I also ended up getting an original Xbox as well, but that one had this weird issue. It just was a weird light around the ring, so it wasn't green. Thankfully, as you can see, the disc tray does open up, which is really cool. When it comes to the actual controller itself though, it doesn't feel the best, so I might have to get a new controller, buying one in 2022, go figure. It's not the worst thing ever, but I do think that with prolonged use, the analog stick is going to get worse. The rest of the controller is just fine, but I do have to say though, while playing games on this thing, the disc tray is not as good as I would like. But I'll show you right now with X-Men, the official game, which by the way, yes, this does exist, and I've heard mixed to negative things about it. Didn't really enjoy it too much while playing it. So interestingly enough, there was a save for this game on this hard drive, so I was able to jump to a random Iceman level, but I was unable to sadly get the exact moment where things went horribly wrong. So at a certain point while playing this, it said, sorry, the disk is dirty, please clean the disk, etc, etc. The standard message that you've probably seen time and time again. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, well maybe it's the game, because I got it from my family's house and it's been in storage for so long. Maybe it's just a problem with that game from back in the day. Maybe we bought it used, it was manhandled, don't know. So I ended up getting Shenmue 2 for my collection, which I looked at a while back on Did I Get What I Ordered, and it worked just fine on the 360. So I popped that into the original Xbox, and it also did the exact same thing. Sadly, don't have footage of that. So what I can tell you is that this disk drive definitely has some problems. I don't know if it needs either cleaning or if there's a way to kind of replace it, but I will say this much though, might not need the disk drive for that much longer. So moving on to our final game, which yes, I did leave for last because if I talked about it first, it would definitely spoil the Xbox. So I thought, you know what, let me save this one for last. The game is Mecha Salt, which doesn't look like it's in the best condition, especially not with the case that it came in or the packaging it came in. It says get Xbox Live and download free maps. Pretty cool. So do I have any memories with this game? Any fond memories of playing this back in the day? Because I have mentioned that my dad did have the original Xbox. So do I have any fun memories? No. Do I care about the series? Also, no. Also, what the hell is that? The hell is that? There's nothing inside the packaging, so I literally have no idea. And here's something I noticed after taking this pamphlet out. There appears to be some kind of mold or something. It doesn't smell great, doesn't look great, and it's even permeated the front of this. So I guess it started from the front and kind of made its way to the case itself. So I might not be keeping this case in my collection for long. Tell me if I should or shouldn't down below if you've dealt with stuff that look and smell that rank. But the point is that I do need this disc even for a little bit. So let's see the back here. Hopefully it does. It looks like it could work, maybe. It looks like it could, hello me. Looks like it could at the very least load a save file of some kind. Maybe to, you know, just any old save file you find online, you know? Just labeled anything. Just kind of put it onto a flash drive, maybe. Put that into your original Xbox, maybe. I don't know. Maybe make it so that you can boot some CFW. I don't know. Look, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Either way, I will not be trying the game out, only due to the fact that, as we can already tell, this original Xbox definitely has some problems with the disc tray. So that is definitely a cause for concern and something that I will definitely be worrying about in the future. Very much so. Oh no. So sad. Very sad. Either way, let's jump back to me in front of the shelf. I am so excited, and I'm totally going to use this Xbox more than I have been using it since I bought it. Look, I don't have the time as much anymore to play games, but I have definitely got some games for it already lined up, so definitely can't wait to play them. And by the way, please, if you want to recommend any original Xbox games, please do so in the comment section down below. Would love to hear your recommendations. I tried looking up some guides and some videos and stuff on that because of my unfamiliarity with the console, so your recommendations would definitely help. So love you all, take care, and tune in next time for something completely different. And if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe. But if you don't like the video, you can still like and subscribe. I won't judge you for it. Take care, everybody, and see ya.